Hello and welcome to Business Today Television. I'm Siddharth Zarabi and with me Navin Khemka, the Chief Executive Officer of EssenceMediacom. Just 4 months in the making and they have won the most coveted award at Goafest. Navin, congratulations. Tell us more about what you really have won and what does it mean for the average viewer who may not be so clued into the world of advertising. Why is it such a big deal, Navin?
No, yeah. So I think absolutely ecstatic. I think we've really announced ourselves in India. EssenceMediacom, as you rightfully said, agency which is just about 4 months old. We launched on the 31st of January globally, also in India. And my global CEO was also here. So, and since then, there are two awards that are very critical from an Indian ecosystem point of view, where the Indian media fraternity actually goes in for those two big awards. One is the Goafest, obviously, where we are right now, and the other one is the MVs. So we were too late for the MVs because MVs happened in February and we just launched in Jan. But however, we were in time for the Goafest. So we said, yes, if I have to announce myself in India, this is the one award show that we want to go after, and we put all our efforts together, and you can see the results.
Okay.
We really wanted to make a launch with a big bang.
Okay. For the viewer, tell us about this journey of bringing Essence and Mediacom together. Clearly, while there's one part of your creative success and the recognition that has come, for you also bringing it all together in a short period of time, what has it really meant?
Actually, this journey actually started. These two agencies are very, very powerful brands in themselves. Mediacom is very scaled and large operations across multiple markets in the world, managing large AORs, large scale billings. So Mediacom had expertise in managing very large scale clients. Essence, on the other hand, was a digital first agency. Born in the digital era, managing clients like Google and setting up best-in-class digital tools and techniques. So about a year back, we already started collaborating between Essence and Mediacom on some of our key global clients, clients like Google, clients like Mars, and we saw that the marriage was extremely successful, and our clients, they saw a lot of value in this marriage. And eventually, I think our global team said, I think it is best to get these two brands together to get the scale and the expertise all together in one place. Call it EssenceMediacom, launch it as a new agency globally, and today, I must tell you, I think we'll be definitely amongst the top two agencies globally and amongst the top 2 or 3 in India. So that's the scale and size that we are talking about. And yes, so therefore, doing well and doing great breakthrough work for our clients was something we were looking forward. And I think we've just started that journey.
Talk to us a little about your client base in India.
So yeah, as I said, I have almost 80-85 clients in India. I think by the end of this year we'll have about 100 clients. A great mix of, I would say, global and local clients. When I say global clients, I mean clients that we manage globally across multiple markets. Clients like Google, Coca-Cola, clients like Mars, Adidas, Shell, just to name a few, Dell. And we've also, what we've done over the last 4-5 years as Mediacom and Essence, we've also built a lot of good local businesses. So we have a great mix of local clients also. So clients like, I would say, Parley, Airtel, Flipkart, and a lot of gaming clients that we work for, a lot of startups we work for in India. So it's a great mix, I would say almost 60-40, skewed towards global clients. But yes, I want to eventually make it 50-50 to make sure we have a very healthy mix of global and local so that we are getting the power of the scale from global clients and able to leverage our scale locally by adding more and more local business.
Let's talk a little bit about trends. The big trend, and some of us would argue that we are in the post-digital world. And now digital is reality. There's no point debating it. What are the trends? Because on this very seat, some of the biggest names in Indian advertising have spoken about print versus TV versus digital, within digital, the fragmentation that's happening, and how narrowcasting in terms of your message as a brand is the way to go forward. What's your thought about this?
you have to look at this holistically and the changes that are happening in this industry. And this change is not because the media industry wants to change. The change is because the consumer is changing. And that's why the media...
Driven by technology.
It's driven by consumer. The consumer is adapting to new technology. And because we are in the business of targeting the consumer, we also have to adapt to the change. So what I'm, and what actually we are calling it is actually the three eras of advertising. So what I spoke about, the first era of advertising was the late 90s, early 2000s, which I'm calling the scaled era of advertising, where scale was important. Therefore, Mediacom was born, and Mediacom did so well. Then was the second era of advertising, which is the digital era of advertising, when digital networks started becoming very strong. So the birth of Google, Facebook, and a lot of other digital platforms. And therefore, digital became important. And that's how Essence got born, as a digital first agency. So let me tell you, today, I can tell you with confidence that we are now entering the third era of advertising. It is neither scaled nor digital or specialized, as I call it. But now what I'm calling it, it's sophisticated.
Okay, that's an interesting one.
So what we are saying is this
Scaled, digital.
From a scaled era to a specialized era, which is specialization on digital, specialization to a sophisticated era of advertising. But
am I to understand that as a premium? What
no,
does sophistication mean
So
in this?
sophistication, what I'm saying is, because today the consumer is changing so fast, for us to be able to attract consumers to our brands, we have to be sophisticated in our offering to the consumer, so that we are able to cover all his touch points. And so today, like earlier, people would say a 30-second TV spot, or a full page advertising, or some display advertising on digital, or some search advertising on digital is good enough. But I'm saying no. Today we go back to clients and says, no, you don't need to do any of this. A solution that you might need for your brand could be very different. It could be very influencer led. It could be very data led. It could be commerce led. So yes, it is becoming very, very sophisticated, and therefore you need to have invested in proper tools and technologies, so that you are able to understand the consumer holistically and able to offer a very neutral solution, a sophisticated solution to all brands that they need to reach out to the consumer. Eventually, the brands are not spending money because they just want to spend money. They are looking at a huge return of investment, right? And if you're not able to give that, then all clients are going to question each and every penny spent.
Okay, that brings me to the next question. If I was a young man looking at a career in advertising, which I actually thought about many years ago when I started, what are the skills that I need to be prepared to achieve success? Because creativity, many people would still say, oh, it's something that comes to you, and you do it in a certain way, you grow a long beard, all the other sort of typecasted thoughts that we have. But for a young person to succeed in this world of sophisticated advertising, what are the skill set that he would need?
I think it's true for me also today. Given the sophisticated era of advertising right now, even I am unlearning what I learned over the last 20-25 years and relearning now. So every day is like a new day, even for a person like me. So for the young people in the industry, I would say, have the passion to keep learning, get involved in every aspect of this sophistication, and they will find their sweet spot or their passion point. It's impossible for them to become jack of all trades. I think that era is gone. You have to specialize in one. So once they start getting involved in all the aspects of sophistication, and then they decide where their passion point is, then they go very deep into
that. Hold on to your niche.
Hold on.
What do CMOs and CEOs need to unlearn to make their brands, succeed in this era?
I would say, listen to your partners, your sophisticated agencies.
Listen to Navin.
Listen to your partners and your sophisticated agencies with a very open mind, because the world is changing faster than they think it is.
And what do traditional media companies of the print, TV, and even the older digital platforms need to unlearn?
I think they need to get media agnostic. Today, or should I say screen agnostic? While a lot of people are doing that. Today, a print publication, given the amount of credibility it carries, it needs to be available and accessible across all platforms, available to all consumers, and therefore they are able to monetize.
Behind paywalls, or
I would say both work. the advertising-led solutions also work nowadays, and the paywall-led solutions also work. It depends on how strong your brand is, where the consumer is actually willing to pay you behind the paywall, and therefore to get access to the
And
content.
if a consumer is willing to pay you behind a paywall, what does it mean for advertisers who want to reach that select, obviously higher ARPU customer?
So there also, today we go back to clients, we go back to brands with solutions, which say that yes, can I partner with that media partner? Can I create content? Can I get inside the content? Can I get seamless into the integration? Can I make the brand information more relevant for him? Rather than having
So a premium media product therefore also needs a completely different strategy. It can't be conventional advertising being bombarded.
Absolutely. Today, a conventional advertising route vis-a-vis a sophisticated advertising route, they both have their own places. Depending on which life stage you are in, on your brand's life cycle, and which category you are operating in, I think the solution is something that we can easily come and provide.
Final question. In 5 years, who do you see winning the game in terms of reaching and continuously tapping into the consumer's mind and his wallet?
I think a lot of buzz today about the first party data. As more and more of us get digitized, and our data becomes more and more accessible, and as more and more the data laws become more and more strict and prevalent in the country, which I think eventually it will in the next
I was
1
going
or
to
2 years.
I was going to ask you about influencers and what regulation should they be under, but we skipped that question. Please continue. Yeah.
So I would say yeah. So if we are able to harness and know our consumers through the first party data that we are able to actually build over a period of time, then I think that's really gold mine of information, which can not only tell you what your consumer wants, but can also predict what he will want in the future. And also through lookalikes or through modeling, it can also tell you where are the similar consumers likely to come in the future. So yeah, if you invest really...
Since you said modeling, sorry, chain of thought, I hope I'm not breaking yours. Will AI replace the human character in advertising?
No, I don't think so. It's a good buzzword right now.
Yeah.
I know some news networks have also launched, their first AI
Yes.
model.
Yes.
So yeah, I would say there's a long way to go. We still want to interact with people like you and me.
Okay.
And we want to have these interactions.
And AI won't threaten creative jobs, right?
No, I don't think so. So no, if you have
But
to
do you
look
think about absorbing it, because you talk so much about technology in a very sophisticated manner about data, but do you think AI will change the way you do things, help you improve?
No, yeah. So I would say you cannot fight AI. You have to work along with AI to make sure all the money. So currently, what is happening? A lot of our work that we do day in and day out is a lot of also mundane work. I would want to first give all that mundane work out of the agency, out of the client's offices, and say, let's park this onto AI and use human technology, the human brain, to a slightly more higher end effort.
Free up the brain for the really kick-ass kind of work.
That's right. I would say take the mundane out, take the process out. Let AI handle all of that for you. They are error free. They will never complain. And then yes, free up your key people's time so they are able to think better, do better, and maybe sell better.
Absolutely. Navin, I really enjoyed that conversation. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time
you
with
so
us
much.
here
Thank
on
you so much.
Business Today. With that, it's a wrap on this conversation. We'll be back with more. Do stay tuned in. Bye-bye.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.